Hi YouTube, it's Kristen. Today I want to show you this Animals Christmas Eve junk journal, which is a little golden book junk journal. And it is in a collection of 3 that I already have in my shop. I showed you the Jingle Bells one, and now I'm going to show you this one. This has this really pretty cover with the animals. There is a 2-inch binding with 4 signatures, fabric with ribbon trim, and a charm dangle that is quite full. There's vintage glass buttons. These are beautiful buttons. I have charms. There are beads. It's a star charm. There is this little glass charm with a horse-drawn sleigh and a little snow scene. There's a key. This is another vintage glass button, and these different kinds of Christmassy beads. There's a bell charm. And there's lots of jingle bells. There's some other vintage buttons on here as well. And I made this so that you can add to it as time goes on. If you get any other little charms that you want to add, the strings are long enough for that. If you don't want to have them long, you can also trim them up a little bit. And it's made to just move right out of the way like that when you want to write in your book. So I'm going to try to make a little bit of room. These books are very big. So I have a seam binding ribbon. This is a hand-dyed ribbon, and it just comes off completely with a wooden charm tag that says Happy Holidays. And we're going to do a flip through. So let's make sure you can see things. So on the cover, I covered the back with scrapbook paper. So this is the only part of the cover that you can actually still see. I did add some gold paint around the edges, which I don't know, maybe you can see that. It's just a light little bit to kind of finish off the cover, and I Mod Podged the cover as well. And one reason I chose this book to make a journal from is because I thought the colors on here were so pretty. That kind of turquoise blue-green is gorgeous, and of course the animals too. But just to warn you, if you haven't seen this book, this is a more religious story. So there will be some more religious images in here than most of my other books. I tend to do more secular imagery, but this one will have that. I have a combination, actually. And then the inside, both the front and the back on the inside are covered with scrapbook paper. They have these library pockets with tags inside. And so they are ready to be journaled on. You could write, you know, the year that you wrote the book and your name and that kind of stuff on there, however you like to do it. And everything that's loose in here can be moved around as you like. This is This is a book page pocket that I put another tag inside. These tags were handmade by me with book pages and other bits of collage. This is a wooden snowflake thing on here that it's glued on, so it will stay. This is a vintage trim that has jingle bells on it that I did sew up to add it on here and make sure that the jingle bells were added very securely, because the original trim was so old that the strands holding the bells were a little bit worn, so I added some more strength to that. There are lots of pockets, and you'll find, like, this is a piece of scrapbook paper. There's another handmade tag. And this one, I put this playing card with the donkey on it because, of course, the donkey features in this story. So that is in there. And this is a page from a vintage Christmas book that had lots of different kinds of stories and songs and stuff like that. In these books, they are what I would consider fully decorated. I didn't leave a lot of blank space, except in the case of pages that were intended for journaling, like that. The backs of the scrapbook papers I tried to cover up when I could. So this one has some other scrapbook paper and a word tag. Here's another one where I covered this scrapbook paper with this the back of this with some more, and I put on some of that gold metallic rickrack that I love. There's a book page from an Ideals book, Christmas book. And then here's the actual story book pages. And I talked about this in the other video, but in this case, I did fold over all of the pages rather than trying to trim off the outside edge or the inside edge. I left the inside as it was and then folded over the outside, so you can read the entire story in here. Okay, here's another book page pocket with this tag, which has writing space on the back. It also has a little pocket here that you could write on that piece with, and then this lifts up, and this is actually more writing space. So I don't know where I saw how to make that. It was probably on Shabby Dabby Doodah that I got that idea. But I watched a lot of videos on making junk journal ephemera, so could have been almost anybody. So here's another case where I took this scrapbook paper, I did a little fold out, and then I also added some more scrapbook paper on the back. So that is all ready to be used. Here's another pocket page. There's just a little Christmas note paper, another homemade tag, and then this is like just a little tiny notebook with a few pieces of paper in there that you could use for a shopping list, or, you know, when you just making lists for gifts and things like that, you could use that. This is a cutout that I attached on there. There are ribbon trims throughout, so this is one of them. And then these are little decorations that I made with book page and Christmas napkins, and then I added some little glitter color dots. I'm not even sure what those things are called. It's not my favorite thing, but I got some to try, so I used them. This is a page from a Christmas craft book. And then, of course, there's always going to be music papers in these books, and this one is from the book that I absolutely love for Christmas stories. And if you want to know the title of the book, let me know, and I'll try and post it in another video. What I like about it is that the titles are all in interesting fonts, and they almost always have a little image that goes with them. There's the back side of that. There are printables that are added for decoration here, so there's one of those. And then here's some more little, there's a journal tag. There's this tag and this one. This was actually a journal card that was printed with another language, and I don't actually even know what language it was because I'm not familiar with the alphabet, but I put a sticker on it so that it just is in English. That's why I did that. Okay, so this is a different book page, which is from a reproduction book about Christmas stuff. It's got all kinds of like ads and stories and songs and things. This is from that songbook that I love, and this is from a gardening book. And this is vellum. This is from a Christmas story book as well. And this is that vintage trim that I really love. It's very dimensional and pretty neat. So the center of this signature has this little fold out with the Santa. There's another decorated little element there. This is another journal card that I made with it. This is a piece of scrapbook paper, so you could keep it in here like that. It's bookmark sized. You could use it like that. You could use it to decorate a page if you want. There are coffee and tea dyed papers in this book. And the next one that I'm going to show in a separate video, that there are also coffee and tea dye papers in that one. So this is that Christmas craft book. It's another little flip out on that one. This is another piece of scrapbook paper there. And then this is a tag that has a pocket, and I think I need to fix that, but it also has a tag in the pocket, so it's a multiple use. There's another one where I added scrapbook paper on the back of that. Another music page. There's a little decoration there. So here's a pocket with a journal card. This one really doesn't have a whole lot of room for writing on it, but you could put a photograph on there if you want to. You could just take it out and read the back. So here's the other half of the storybook with all of the rest of the pages in here. Again, they all fold out. And this paper is really nice and sturdy, so I don't think you'll have any issues with the fold in the paper. This is a little pocket thing that I put here that has a bunch of little pieces in it. There's a small journal card there. There's another little journal piece that this could easily be stuck down to a page to augment something else. There's a little, very small journal card, and this is a dictionary card, or yeah, whatever they call those. This is some vintage trim. It's another scrapbook paper that I added an extra piece on the back. And this is a vintage cookbook page. This pocket has some other journal cards, sentiment card that you could put down or just use it or keep it in the pocket. You could add a photo to it if you wanted to. I mean, these pockets can be used all sorts of different ways. You can put Christmas letters in there, Christmas cards. You could put your photos loose inside the pockets too. You don't have to stick your photos down in here. So this pocket has this really big journal card. There's lots of room for writing on that one. And then there's this tag. There's another pocket, and this is a little handmade envelope that has one of these journal cards, which is actually, that is the front of a greeting card, but I just cut it off. It's really nice as a journal card as well. So that's in there. This flips out there. Okay, this is the middle of this signature, and again, there's another long skinny journal card that you could use as a bookmark. There's an extra piece of scrapbook paper there, and this tag. And then over here, there's another piece of scrapbook paper that you could use as it is, or cut it into smaller pieces for decoration. There's a large tag. It's ready to be written on. There's a bit of rickrack there. There's another decoration there. And here's a scrapbook paper that I added some decoration to the back of that one as well. So another little, I made a lot of these little circular decorations. So there's another one there, the cute little robin. This is a printable. And then in this pocket, we have another printable that you could just add somewhere for decoration. This is an envelope that has a journal card inside, a handmade envelope. There is a Christmas telegram. This one's about angels. And then this is a another large format tag there that has lots of room for writing. And then this is the back page. There's some more ribbon trim. There is another library pocket with room on that tag. And then we're at the end. So that is the second one that's already in my Etsy shop. And I hope you enjoyed that flip through, whether you are in the market to buy a journal or you make journals. I hope it's inspirational. All right, that's it for this one. I'll be back with a third one momentarily. Bye.